Hello guys, can you guys hear me? I hope you can. Brilliant. I'm sorry for the noise if you can hear it from the side of me. I have some big group passing by here. I thought I found the most quiet place in the hotel, but no. So if you hear some noise, that's because of it. Now, today, as we all know, we're going to have Switch on. We're going to have Mr. Willden on. But before we do that, I want you to take notes, okay? I will also do some updates in the end of it. Let's get the Switch first listened into. But as you know, there is a raffle, there is a quiz. So please listen in very, very carefully. Today we will have 10,000 green for the first one that will answer correctly, okay? So set your chat already for my channel, not Mr. Steven today. He had something urgent he needed to take care of, so he's not on the call, but we will obviously have the raffle as usual for this week. So let us first take a look at what is Switch offering us updates. If you've been on the calls before, you know that it is extremely exciting what comes to Switch. But again, after we will have the raffle, but also updates for you guys. So you know what is going on, what's happening right now. We don't want to keep you in the dark. We want to inform you guys so you know what's going on and that you know that everything in the is under control. And that we will be, of course, first of all, receiving our nodes very shortly, but also be able to work with it. What comes to the reward and the reward plan, win chain, and so and so. But before that, are you with us?
Okay, yeah. So Nigel flew in, met with him. It's great to see him. He was able to see a lot of our team. And what we're doing and get some updates. We are still moving along. Last time I met with you guys, I said we'd be launching between the 15th and the 30th of January. That schedule's still on target. Visa right now, when you do a card that's a metal card, this is kind of in the weeds, but you have to have certain specs on that metal card for Visa to allow it to go into all the ATMs and all that stuff. So we have given them the specs, our samples, and they're reviewing it as we speak, which is great. I don't know if I had announced that Apple Pay and Google Pay had approved our card to be on their platform. We have our acquiring banks that we have integrated our wallet tech to. Some of you may have downloaded the Connect app, or maybe not. I don't know if you've done that this far, but we're integrating the banks with the Switch apps, and we're still on par to meet that January date. So in that time, that's when our cards will be issued, as well as our node, and we'll all be mining Switch, which there's been some big momentum. We just went to Galaverse. I don't know if any of you watched that this weekend, but spoke with a lot of large groups there about Switch. And they're super excited about the card, and just a lot of momentum behind Switch and what we're having to offer. We're fine. You know, we've been working on this project for about 2 years, and it's nice to finally see a big project come and see the vision that you had, 2 or 3 years ago come to an actual product that's going to work and make it simple for people to be able to acquire or sell their crypto into fiat, or vice versa, fiat into crypto. So mine's more, we're on par. We're still on the timeline that I mentioned you guys last time. Mine's more, do you have any questions for me as far as what the product does, or where we're at, or any questions you might have for me? I don't have much as far as anything new, just other than saying we're on right on track.
Probably people will be thinking about when do you think the nodes will be operating? What is the time frame for it?
So the nodes will go on the same time as the card. So that we're hoping January 15th to January 2020 or January 30th. So that's our launch time, similar to last time. Looks like someone said more info about KYC process. Great question. So it takes you about a minute on the KYC process. We do have a very large group. We did not want to, I don't know if you've experienced on other platforms where you go through the KYC and then they say, all right, in 2 weeks, we'll email you back your approval. We hate that. So we have a very large group that will be able to give you instant approval on your KYC. And if you're doing the KYC for the card, then the digital card will be able to be uploaded to your app that day or the day right after. So the KYC and getting a card, a digital card, and should be about a day process to 2 days at the very max. Utility for the Switch token is the actual prepaid debit card. So our token supports our prepaid debit card. How many Switch nodes in total and how the pricing increases with every 100 nodes? So great question. So there will be 100,000 nodes for Switch. And the pricing increase for the first 20,000 sold goes up $1. And it's not 100 nodes. It's for the first 20,000 sold, it will go up $1. So if you go into our website and want to purchase 20 of them, they're at whatever price, you'll get them for that price. They don't go up. If you bought it for 1,000, you don't get it for 1,001, 1,002. If you're buying 20, you'd get them all for 1,000. But that next person would get them for 1,020. If that doesn't make sense, just let me know. But that's the process behind the nodes. So 100,000, they go up $1 for the first 20,000, and then after the next 20,000 is 50 cents, and the next 20,000 is a quarter that it goes up every node sold. And then I don't know if I went through the tokenomics of our coin. If I didn't, this is kind of the cool thing about you guys getting it early is the founder nodes, which all that means is you're buying a node in the first year where there's mining. The reason why that's key is because we will be issuing 50 billion coins over the life of the nodes. And the only way you can get coins is through the nodes, is by turning those on and getting a Switch reward. In year one, we issued 25 billion of those coins. So half of the coins that will ever be issued, we issue 25 billion in year one. That's huge because number one, there's not all the 100,000 nodes haven't been sold. And so you're getting more coins. Number two, we're issuing the most coins in year one. After year one, we do half. So in year two, we'll do 12.5 billion coins. Year three, we'll do 6.25. Year four, we'll do 3.125, and so on until we've issued 50 billion coins. So that's why it's such a huge thing, like you guys all are, to be in the first year, because that's where you'll be rewarded the most coins because of that, of how many we'll be issuing.
I got a question here, by the way, that where do you have plans to list the coins?
So great question. We start working that right away. So our smart contract, which you guys have all been looking at green, our smart contract, which when you go to the green site, if you go to the very bottom, there's the smart contract, and that's how you bring in a custom token. So it will be on Uniswap from day one. As far as getting listed, that's our main goal. And that's what we work on to go on to KuCoin and Huobi and all the larger exchanges. We don't have an exact date, and it's not set. The exchanges don't say, all right, we're going to list Switch on July 4th. It's more of, as you gain volume, they notice your coin, and then they ask you more about your coin, and you give them the information, and hopefully they like what Switch has to offer. The good thing is we followed in the footsteps the same technology of Gala, and Gala has been accepted by all the exchanges as well. And we're using that same exact, it's the same technology that they have because it's the same founder of both of Switch and Gala.
It must help, I assume, to have experienced banking people involved.
Yeah, it's a huge help, and that's what we like about our team, is just the experience that everyone has. to be able to say, all right, here's the steps we need to take. Okay, we're at this phase. This is the next step. And it's like a blueprint for, you know, a house. We basically have it for the crypto side. Someone just posted a question about switching green coins for switch coins. So we are currently adding green to the exchange that we're using. Switch is not on that exchange yet, but when Switch is, and when I say our exchange, that's our wallet. So inside our wallet, we're starting with 5 coins, which are Bitcoin, Ethereum, BAT, the basic attention token, Green, and Gala. Once Switch starts getting mined, we will add the Switch smart contract to our exchange. And when that is added, then you can convert green to Switch or Switch to green, whatever route you want to go. But as of right now, no, because there's no Switch coins created because there are no nodes turned on to create those rewards.
Interesting thing here actually that comes to mind obviously is Gala must be very interested about Switch.
So that's the big push. They have 3 to 4 million users, and you're right on. And that's who we met with this past weekend in Las Vegas, is a large group that's very interested in Gala. And you know, they've been here, they're like you guys, but at the first of Gala back in 2018, when Gala didn't even have a website, and they're selling these nodes, and these people luckily took the risk and have done really well. But yes, that group is very interested in our cards because we can upload our wallet right into their app. And that's a huge marketing plan for us, is to give this 3 to 4 million people access to our card, which then creates more value for Switch, which then creates more value for our coin, which then helps us all make money because we're mining the Switch coin.
So basically, guys, I think everybody understands that it's on this call that it will be very different to be involved in the Switch node distribution and those coins that you already have. Not only a very interesting banking concept going on the nodes, but at the same time having a gaming community that is already successful, several thousand X coin that goes into it and wants to start use it. That is very interesting information.
Yeah, we're super excited. Yeah, we're super excited. You know, obviously there's you know, nothing's guaranteed, but we definitely are excited to. So someone just asked, is there any countries where we will not be able to use Switch card? Yes. So I can bring this up. Is it okay if I share my screen? No, Gnarly. Tell me your name again. It's
Yes, you should be. You should be. Yes, you should be able to do it.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen back here. Okay, this is all the areas where our coin or our card will not be accepted. And this is like, I don't know if you see the FATFA, high risk and non-cooperative jurisdictions, as well as number 2. These are the other countries that we cannot use those in. So that hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's where it will not be. And then OFAC countries as well, our card will not be in. So
can I ask a question here, Brad? I also got how is it with the account registrations and so on for Switch? When is it that possible to do already? Or?
Well, you can get on the wait list on our website. We had kind of a we were hoping to do just so you could pre-register and do the KYC right now, and then you're basically done, and then we just send you a card. The processor that we're working with came into some type of problem with driver's licenses, So you can KYC with a passport, but a lot of people in the States, don't have a passport. So that ability to not upload their driver's license was a big stopper for us. So we just turned off the KYC till they can fix it. And they said they should have that fixed in a couple of days, which not a big deal, but we were hoping to be pre-registering just like you asked. Unfortunately, that little blocker in the KYC stopped that for a minute.
But it will be up shortly then, I guess.
Yeah, and I'll have Steven get you that update for sure with your community.
Interesting. Well, that was the questions I got there. What more do I have? Yes, is there an update for the POS side of it?
Absolutely, that's right along with. So there's 3 flows with the exchange. We have a person that wants to buy crypto with fiat, and then there's a person that wants to buy the product with crypto, our miners with crypto, and then there's vice versa, selling it to get fiat or vice versa. So all those 3 flows work together, and that module will be launched the same time as the card. So I forgot to mention that. That's the same timeline as the card and the nodes.
So we're looking mid-end of January, in other words.
Yep.
I'm extra excited about Switch because I know what it will do, and especially now when you're telling me about that Gala, is heavily accepting it and incorporating it. Very, very interesting. What about the loading fees and so on in these? Where can we find all the information for the members? Because I'm sure that people want to go and find information.
Yep. So I'm going to put this on the chat to everyone. And it's at Switch. So what's cool about, so it sounds like you guys are pretty familiar with prepaid debit cards. There's it costs 1.25% to load your card. Switch will be paying for that for the customers. There's no load fee to load your prepaid debit card. There is on the back end, but Switch is paying for that. So to load your card, it doesn't cost you anything.
Interesting.
And we also, I don't know what platforms you guys trade on, but it'd be very similar. Like we have a company called Coinbase here in the States, and they charge you like a flat fee plus the spread, because there's crypto's always moving. So we do not charge a flat fee. It's just going to be the spread on the exchange. So that's another perk as far as using, the Switch wallet, the Switch card.
Will it, by the way, I'm getting a very interesting question that I didn't think about myself here. Is it only used as a card payment, or can you also bank with it, send it to accounts and so on? What is the plan for it?
So yes, the wallet will actually have an IBAN, an international bank account number with it. And so you can set up, you can set up an external bank account to add funds to it, to buy crypto, or you can send to another bank account the money in your IBAN. I don't know what countries this in, but we're partnering with a company called Prize Out, and they're international. I don't know all their countries yet, but they have partnerships with major retailers where if you want to, instead of loading your prepaid debit card and say you're going to a large retailer, you can buy a e-gift card from them for $100, and they have negotiated, if someone does that, you can get 10 or 15% more of the e-gift card that you're purchasing. So if you're going for $100 and you're going to go to, I don't know if you guys have Targets or if that's even where you're at, but that's a large retailer here in the States. If you buy a $100 gift card to go to Target, they'll give you $115. So we're currently working with them, and we're integrating their documentation on that side.
Interesting. So in other words, you have a next step what comes to e-commerce, I see then also.
Yeah, so we have many phases that once we get this first initial launch of our card and the POS system, we do have many other phases. We want to be the first fintech is what they call it, but we'd say, non-chartered bank to be able to offer you all these services. So
interesting. My son is screaming from the balcony, "Bye bye, Papa." So yeah, that's the noise.
It's great.
So it's extremely interesting. Are there any competitors, straight competitors for Switch, or are you totally new?
Yeah, no, we're there are other competitors. And what we like, so our biggest one is crypto.com. Right now they've launched, they are the difference between us and them, we do have similarities. The differences are they are proof of staking and we are proof of action, which means if you want to get their coin, you have to stake Ethereum or whatever other cryptocurrency for their coin. So if you wanted 50,000 and their coin is called CRO, you would have to stake $50,000 worth to get however many coins that is of theirs and stake it. Ours is proof of action. So you buy a node and then you get these rewards.
Help support the system, so to say.
Yeah, you're helping build the system, whereas they did an ICO and they said, all right, stake your Ethereum or whatever.
So what comes to nodes and that kind of concept and decentralized information and so on, we are alone.
We are alone on that. The decentralization of our companies with the nodes, that's strictly Switch, which we feel is a way better process, and it actually has been already proven with Gala how that's worked out.
Very interesting. So we hope to get extremely good information from you after Christmas and New Year.
We are excited to deliver it. Yep, for sure. I've been on a couple hours this morning already with Slovenia, and we had some good movement with them. That's where our processors and some of our acquiring banks are. So.
Oh, interesting. So we will have a pre-sale coming up. I have been hearing.
Yeah, we'll have the pre-sale, which is that pre-registration. As soon as the KYC is fixed, we'll send that to your group very first, so we can get you on that list and get these cards uploaded come mid-January.
Very cool.
Someone asked a question. Does the funds will be secured, insured? We are a non-custodial bank, meaning you have access to, and I shouldn't have used the word bank, but we are a non-custodial wallet, which means you have access to all your funds. And as far as your funds being secured and insured, that's kind of a complicated question because in each region, there's a different way of insuring your funds, and each bank in those regions has a different way. I will, next time I meet with you, I'll have the answer to that in a more specific direction, just because like in the US, you have, FDIC, and I am not super familiar with the other countries as far as insurance goes on your funds there. So that's,
yeah, it's very different per country where you're living.
Yeah,
I know here in Thailand they totally dumped how much. I think now we are down in less than let me think now, we are less than $50,000 per person actually per account.
Okay,
now
so
in Thailand.
Yeah, and so in the States it's 250,000. That's why I just don't know the exact.
It used to be here also. It used to be 150 and they dropped it last year to 50. Doesn't look good for the banks.
Yeah, so that's the other cool thing is, I was the director for a large regional bank here in the States for a long time, and I've been in banking for 21 years. And they're so slow to jump on this crypto bandwagon that they're starting to lose a lot of business because of, companies like Switch are coming about, and a lot of people using crypto now, and they need to make that transition. They're just so scared that they won't. So
yeah, it's crazy if you're looking back only 2 years with the banks and so on. A lot of them just said, no, we are not interested. And still maybe a year ago. And today, when you're looking at the big banks, they're either going out of business here in Thailand now. I think I told you last time that it was a few banks that was going under. Now I heard about 2-3 more that are merging, So we are seeing very similar patterns to 20 years back. you know, when banking suffered greatly last time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an interesting world we're living in. Interesting.
Yeah,
I
met with this is, I don't know if you guys are aware of JP Morgan Chase. They're super big bank here in the States. They're also international. So I met with the head of their person over crypto, and I was telling her about Switch, and JP Morgan has a group of about 100 people now that are starting to learn more about the blockchain and cryptocurrency. And I told her what we're doing, and she's like, wow, this Switch product is going to be amazing. And she even said, hey, let's chat. And she gave me some CEOs of other cryptocurrencies so I could meet with them to kind of, and that's the other thing too, I wanted to let you know, we won't just have 5 coins. We want to add more and more and more coins to our wallet. So then it is more acceptable and more, I guess, usable for whoever's using our card. They don't have to go to somewhere else if they have a specific coin. Hopefully we'll get those coins on ours. So we're not just limited.
Now I have something that I want to ask you the specifics about that I think is so important. I got into crypto in 2013, I think it was, you know, and started learning about it. And it's always been, you know, this dream bank the unbanked, because that's what it's always been about, speaking about crypto, you know, being able to bank people. We know the Africa situation, most of us, more than 80%, I think it's actually more than 90% that doesn't have a bank account. And we also know what remittances have done throughout the world and how much money they made on that. Western Union, you name it, all the big ones. So obviously we're not only talking about 100,000 nodes, you know, and so on. We're talking about a full scale, you know, international decentralized banking. Okay, let's call it transaction system, as it's not a bank. Yeah. But yeah, the modern, the 2022 and beyond, you know, transacting system online and offline. Now my question is, these customers that comes around, what will it take for a person to be part of, you know, have a Switch account, have a Switch wallet and so on? What is it, a price on it? What are the benefits? Can you a little bit specify on that?
Yeah, I can bring up our like the cards, if you're okay with that.
Yes, definitely, because I think people wants to get more info exactly about that, because yes, it's cool to have a node. Yes, it's cool to have a gaming community, but let's face it, we're looking for, you know, millions and hundreds of millions of customers that can benefit, you know, from it.
Yeah, and I love that you brought up because this was a big thing for me, and this is kind of what inspired me. Is I love that we'll be able to bring banking, like you use the term that I use all the time, bring banking to the unbankable. And our number one thing is take the complexity out of crypto. We want to make it simple. We want to make it so my mom can do it, who's 78 years old. All right, just a minute, bring this up. Just downloading. I apologize. Come on. 98.
Absolutely not a problem.
Okay, here we go. I got it pulled up. Let me share that. So this is kind of our descriptions of our, and can you guys see that? Is that big enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our different cards. This is our digital only card. That one is free. No load fees, no staking required, auto pay for your bills, up to 30 free monthly transactions, instant crypto conversion, decentralized app like we're talking about, daily spending limits, $2,000. Apple and Google.
That's pretty awesome, Brad. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking at, I mean, but if you guys know what the market is, I mean, no annual fee. It's really cool. Now my question is here, what about the KYC? You know, when you are getting one of these, you're registering an account. Do you need to pay for it, or is it free?
So great question. You really know your stuff, because it does cost each time we run a KYC.
Exactly. So that's why I'm asking. This is a biggie for many.
Great question. We actually are paying for that. So we have established with our company who's doing the KYC, we have funded that account to be able to take care of that.
I am impressed.
Yeah, so that the digital card's super cool. You got the blue card. That one is $25 because that one comes with you can actually earn Switch rewards on that one. So that one's $25. And then the black card, and that's the wrong, that says $14.95. This is an old, there we go. So this one's $4.95 USD value. The reason why I had $1,000 there is because if you get the black card, you get $1,000 off of the Smart Node.
Got you.
That makes sense. So, and you have a little more with the black card. You have a lot more benefits. You earn 2 times of.
This is Brad. Honestly, having no fee, a digital card where anybody can sign up and the KYC is free. That's unheard of.
Yeah, it's really cool.
As far as I know, it's unheard of.
And as far as we know, because we researched a lot of the cards, it is unheard of. So we feel good.
So
about
guys
that.
on this call, just so you guys understand that in being part of Connect and and needing a switch KYC for your earnings, being able to switch your earnings, between green, galas, greens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, basically handle your banking and so on, and it is free. That's pretty cool.
I think someone just asked about the merchant marketing on the merchant. So we are setting up a program as far as commissions go on setting up companies and retailers through Connect. So those people that are interested in the POS system and merchant, we also will be setting up that, sharing percentages of the spend on that aspect. So we'll have to come back with Steven on that and tell you the actual numbers of, okay, if you sell merchant and they process this much, you'll get this percentage of the amount that they process of crypto. So
could I ask you something, Brad, for the team here also? And I agree, I just got it, that please could we have the PDF of this? Could it be sent to us so we can, study it and use it?
You bet. Can I get can you just chat me whoever I'm supposed to send it to in an email?
Yeah, you send it to me and I will take care of it. So I will send you my email here, so then you have it also.
Yeah, I'll get it right from you.
And also, if you would please add me in WhatsApp or whatever you're using. Because this is very important for us. We're gonna go mad on the switch.
Oh yeah, and I use WhatsApp, so that's perfect.
Information.
Yep,
brilliant.
Great.
So guys, that is highly appreciated that you took your time. And actually, even if I studied and looked at at this before, I haven't realized that it's actually free to be part of it, and even more so free to get a KYC account. That is like Christmas for most people.
Okay, sorry, I'm just writing these down. So it looks like Henry Mack. Do you have any other questions for me, Stefan?
Actually not. I'm pretty happy for now, especially if I can get the PDF out from you, so then I can make sure that all the members gets it also.
Okay, that sounds good. Someone asked the cost of the switch node. Let me go see what that is right now. It's updated daily on the website. Let me go see. That's the one a lot of people have bought or are very interested in our nodes for switch. So we the price has gone up. Right now it's 4,502 euros is what the price of the Smart Node is. Someone just asked that.
Very, very cool. So guys, we have a raffle based on Brad's information coming up here, and the question is very simple. How, and you send it to me, actually. So if you can put the setting on that you're sending it to me. The question is, how many coins will be distributed for the nodes? Not the first year. No. The second year. There it came, the first one. Yeah, it came already. Now we need to start scrolling here. The first one that came in is Mr. Simon Lee. Mr. Simon Lee won. I have your information already, so I do not need to unmute even. And actually, that was a little bit tricky from me because I got a lot of 25, billions and a lot of 50 billions. But the first 12 and a half was Simon Lee. So congratulations to 10,000 greens. We wish you a Merry Christmas, Brad, and we will see you on the next call.
All right. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you all. We'll see you.
Thank you so much. So guys, let's go into a little bit of other things that are interesting for you guys to know. Let me pull up my notes. Yes, information about green. A lot of people have asked me today, about no distribution of green, having this and that on the display in green. So I just want to inform you guys that it's actually an update taking place. It should be in line for tomorrow. So no distribution of green today. It will be distributed next time tomorrow. This is what I got from the company. So I think that is important that when you're getting questions from the field, from the ones that mines already the green, that no, there is nothing wrong with it. It's an update that is going on with updating of security, bug fixes, this and that. It's just come a new interface, as you know. So it's usually like that then. So it will be up tomorrow and distributing tomorrow. That's very important. So people, when they're asking you, why haven't I got my green today, for the ones that are mining, you know what the answer is. Now, I'm obviously getting a lot of questions that when will everyone, get their nodes? And yes, also for me, as I have no node myself even yet. So I'm also asking the company for that. The company have received all the information in the right format. They're processing it and are ready now for the genealogy that is being uploaded in the system, which will follow with the packages that we bought. So if I am correctly informed, that should be taking place during tomorrow or the latest day after. It depends if the script that is written for it is doing what it's supposed to do. After checks, they will distribute it for all of us. So that's very good news. Now, that means obviously that we don't need to wait for those. What we do need information for is VPS. And for your information, I know that there has been a lot of problems with not only Vulture, but other services also on the market. Why? Because many of these VPS services, guys, are not streamlined for mining. Okay, so they might be, selling you guys services, with this many RAMs, this, computing power and so, but they actually don't want people like us on the services. Why? Because we are taking up actually what is needed for the mining process. I know some people have been trying with Vulture, okay, and they got a lot of less than I've been seeing in other portals also. For your information, we have teams that are very, very highly skilled in computers and in IT in general, infrastructures, cloud, services, you name it. And they are working right now of setting up a dedicated system for us. Okay. And this will give the absolute best performance, obviously, for us that wants to run as nodes there. Why? Because it's specialized for that. It's set for mining and so on. Plus that is set up for not missing any internet connection, even fractionally. It is set for also restarting the nodes if they go down. I know a lot of people don't know that, but if you are on Vulture, for an example, you might have problems with if it cuts that it doesn't jump on and starts mining again. So this is something we're working with. Meanwhile, guys, if you have got your nodes already, run them on your computers also. Do that. Why? Because then you can show people that you're doing it. And you can show them also how to install it and so on. So this is from me a very important point. Use your computing power. Why? Because it's meant to be decentralized. Okay, put it on your stationary computer, put it on your laptops, and yeah, also give it away to your brother, sister, you know, and your friend and so on, so we can all get some benefits from this mining. Now, as I said, VPS services, yes, in the next 48 hours you will have a lot of information coming from the upline on that. We are making sure, obviously, that all members will get the best possible, you know, mining available on the market. Now, back office. I was just in a call before with Stephen Miller and the architects and the people, the IT people behind the back office. They are working with that one, and I expect to see something running on it tomorrow to be able to see, you know, how does it look, you know, is it ready, you know, for launch and so on. So we are waiting for getting a demo from them together with them tomorrow, so we can take a look at that. It's a lot of things that are going on, guys. It is customer service, you know, that is being set up. It's a lot of things that goes on. And yes, sometimes it may be a little bit hectic, but I can guarantee you that everyone is working for you guys to make it happen as smooth, but also as secure as possible. So bear that in mind, you know, guys. We've been waiting a long time for the ones that's been involved from the beginning. And because of our journey, it's different than for a new person that comes in right now. We are just around the corner, guys, you know, to get working, get earning, you know, on the wind chain and so on. And we will directly, when we open up and we have that back office, we will have the trainings in how it works. Okay. Also how the commissions work. How can you qualify when you start today if you are not qualified already, since the Wheel or Algotech? Then obviously there are ways, even I heard today, to start basically with a free account, start building and earning yourself up to a full node even by work, which is awesome. And it all, again, shows me that we have the right company we're working with that follows compliance, because ladies and gentlemen, that is actually something that needs to be in a legal network marketing company. Okay, you need to have the possibility not only to buy yourself into something, but to work yourself up towards it. So yeah, you know, guys, tomorrow be on the call also. It's going to be new guests, and I hope by tomorrow that we will be able to show you something from the back office. I also hope that most of us have got the nodes by that. Okay, so keep you know, asking your upline. Make sure that you have the latest information, guys. And if you heard about Switch, what they are doing, no loading fees for a free service online. Okay, a digital card with no loading services, no monthly or yearly fee, and a free KYC. Have you heard about that? I haven't. That just shows me again that we are connected to the right company. Okay, so have a nice evening, guys, and look in the news chats, follow everything, guys. Make sure you have the latest information and connect to the top. Good evening, guys. Have a nice day.